And coming into the race, the question is, what would the tactics be with different post position draws? Arrogate drawing the inside, which wasn't necessarily an advantage, especially if he wanted to kind of let the race develop. And then there was California Chrome drawing the outside dreaded post of post 12. Let's go back and take a look at an entire replay. Watch the rider tactics inside outside in the Pegasus Cup.
Arrogate was away well, and so was California Chrome, but Noble Bird wins the start, and he'll go looking for the lead. California Chrome trying to get over, but he's stuck about 6 wide into the first turn run. Meanwhile, Mike Smith has Arrogate down toward the inside and a joint second while on hold. Neolithic is on his outside. Now California Chrome settles in 4th while racing 3 wide, followed 5th by War Story. Then it's a gap of 2 to Breaking Lucky. Shaman goes between horses. War Envoy down toward the inside. He's a neck better than Semper Fortis. Then it's a stretch of 3 to Keen Ice. He's 2.5 clear of the veteran Prayer for Relief, and the Argentine Aragon settles in 12th and last through the opening quarter in 23 and 2. Down the backstretch they go. Julian Leparoux and Noble Bird, offensive-minded. They lead it by a length. From the outside, and Neolithic from second. Then it's the heavy hitters. They're stride for stride already. Arrogate on the inside, California Chrome on the outside, 3rd and 4th, and only 2 lengths behind the pace setters. Racing from 5th, it's the long shot War Story, a stretch of 2.5. Shaman Ghost is next with War Envoy to his inside, followed by Semper Fortis and Breaking Lucky. Then Keen Ice. It's a stretch of 5 to Prayer for Relief, and 5 more to Aragon, who's last as they round the far turn. 46 seconds for the opening half mile, and Mike Smith is the first to move as Arrogate moves up to take the lead. Back to second is Neolithic. Back to third is Noble Bird. California Chrome is losing ground. California Chrome not gaining. He's back wide and racing in 5th. Shaman Ghost splits horses for Jose Ortiz, and they're into the stretch, and it's the Breeders' Cup winner. It's Arrogate in front, leading by 3 with 1/8 of a mile to go. Shaman Ghost is trying to get into second. Then Neolithic. Back 4th is Noble Bird, followed by Keen Ice. But what a race! What a sport! What a horse! Arrogate romps in the Pegasus. He won it by 3.5 while confidently handled. Shaman Ghost second, Neolithic third, then Keen Ice, War Story.
It was not the way that the connections of California Chrome or his followers wanted to go out. However, in the process, there is no doubt we are looking at the best horse in the world, Arrogate.
We're looking at a horse that may be for the ages. I don't think I've seen a horse in a long time. Listen, you could throw up your 120 buyers going around one turn. But when you're running classic distances, you're running under 2 minutes at Saratoga, breaking track records. You're winning off long layoffs, beating a champion like California Chrome. Then you come in here off an 84-day layoff. You get quarter horsed out of the gate by Mike Smith, and then win with your ears straight up. We're looking at a different type of animal. Mike Smith said it to us when we did the interview with him. I could be sitting on the best horse I've ever been on, and the horse that he's been on before, I don't think he's too far off.
The post position draw took place at Frankie's for the Pegasus Cup. It's also where the winner's celebration is taking place.
Well, honestly, I mean, my intentions were if I could make the lead, I was going to try to. But if not, I wanted just to be able to save ground, get into a good, comfortable stride down the backside, and at some point, hope that we put enough distance in between the leaders and the horses behind us that I could tip out at some point. Halfway down the backside, when I noticed California Chrome not up next to me at that point yet, and I looked back and I saw Victor kind of nuggle, so I knew he wasn't firing today. He wasn't running his race. And going into the far turn, I was able to use that angle to tip out, and once I got out, I was loaded.
Yeah, it certainly looked that way from my vantage point. That's when the excitement really started to take hold for me. Now, Bob, you were obviously watching the same race we were all watching. Same question to you: is that the trip you wanted, or are you just happy the way it worked out?
No, we were just, Mike. We just, his plan was to get him away from there and be first, second, or third into the first turn, make sure he had to clear, and then all of a sudden he was behind Noble Bird, and I thought, well, Noble Bird, when he's on the lead easy like that, I've seen him run some big races. I thought he's going to be tough, but the middle of the stretch, I'm down the backside, he was just galloping along, and I wasn't really sure what to think. Then you don't know if is the sand bothering him. He's still a young horse, hasn't run that many times, but. I could tell that I could see that Chrome was having trouble, and he had us outside of us, and I could tell by Victor's body language that he was scrubbing on him a little bit. And but then when Mike made that little cut to the outside, I knew right there. Well, he's going now. He's running his race, and as a trainer, all you worry about is they get away clean, and when they hit the 3/8 pole, they start running. If they don't run well, and so, you know, when I saw him take off, I thought, well, it's going to take something really special to run him down, because he's a superior racehorse. We've seen it, you know, since the Travers, and so to be able to train a horse like that is pretty incredible. And
you know, it's interesting to watch the weight of Frank Stronach's stare there during the press conference, Bob Baffert, because I think Ghost Zapper in some ways, when I look at Arrogate, look, I think Arrogate is going to territory no one's gone before, but you think of Ghost Zapper and his versatility and how good he was for Bobby Frankel?
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
Well, pretty freaky, too. He ran some 100 and some odd buyers, big buyers, too. And when he won in 2004 at Lone Star, he crushed sort of like that in the Breeders' Cup Classic. This thing is some kind of special as you look at the Pegasus.
Pegasus on Earth. His name is Arrogate.